94.9 WDKB. It is time for Guest DJ, and I have John Hall with me from DeKalb County United. How are you?
Doing wonderful. How are you?
Good. You know, I asked you off the air if you've been enjoying your off time, but you are a worker, John. You get stuff done. So no, you aren't.
When we have a short season for the soccer club, and the long off season you would think gives you more time to kind of spread the work out, but there's so many things we want to do and we want to learn and grow, and you can't just wait for that to happen. You have to go out and do it. So.
Right.
Yeah, it's been a busy 3 weeks.
That's awesome. So let's talk about the season. I know you guys just ended your soccer season and you had the USASA. Is that it? Yep. They came out and that was exciting. So, you know, what kind of highlights can you take from the season?
Well, we got to start with the best possible scenario. The women's team won the double. They won the league and the Illinois State Cup. So added a few more trophies to the trophy cabinet.
It's amazing.
Which was awesome.
Yeah.
The men finished the highest they've ever finished in the Midwest Premier League, avoided relegation, which was great, really kind of built on the things that we've moved forward with the last few years on the field. And then having the Amateur Cup come the last weekend of July was cool, being able to bring some really high-level soccer to the community. Also, the economic impact with the hotel stays and the meals for all those people in town for 3 or 4 days. So really, I mean, honestly, the biggest thing is thanks to all the fans and the staff.
Yeah.
It was another great season. A lot of clubs, amateur clubs like us in the country, being in existence is not guaranteed.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate that this was our 6th season already, 4th with the women's team, and the arrow's pointing up, so we're really excited.
That's awesome. And even though it is the off season, I know you guys always have cool stuff that you do throughout the season. Like I know you've done bar crawls in the past and you've done some other stuff. So even though it might be the off season for soccer, it doesn't necessarily mean you're off because you guys always have stuff going on.
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge we've had recently, people still don't know that we even exist.
Yeah.
So doing this guest DJ thing and doing everything we can do with community outreach is important. So the more partners we can make with nonprofits and businesses and just to kind of get the awareness that we exist, because in many cases, once people know we exist and come to a game, they're fans.
Yeah.
So it's just getting people in the door the first time. So I've been letting the volunteers be on a little bit of a sabbatical here the last 3 or 4 weeks.
That's nice of you.
Probably right after Labor Day, they're going to start getting annoyed with me again, and we're going to kind of get back into our meeting routine and put some of those community events on the calendar and see what we can partner with and where we can help and support and really kind of be that mouthpiece for organizations that aren't loud and boisterous necessarily. We're not afraid to be loud and boisterous. We're just a soccer club. So if we can help people get the message out about an event they're having or a fundraiser they're having or whatever, that's where we want to kind of shine in the off season and really be a spokesman for the good things that happen around here.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty neat because, a lot of the time when it's off season, it's like, okay, so what do we do now? You've actually been able to really use that time wisely, which is awesome. And I think that partnering with people and taking that time to get out there and make connections and do things is wise because once the season starts, you've already kind of put the work in.
Yeah, so again, in my 3-week review here, we played in or hosted with the Amateur Cup 38 matches.
Wow.
From May 11th to the end of July.
Wow.
Home and away, men's and women's, but it's a furious 3-month schedule.
Yeah.
And we're trying to figure out how to navigate that better to kind of spread out the word. But all those dates, that's a lot of opportunities to work with organizations and such. So this is exactly the time we make those connections and make those friends, and then we make plans for, hey, let's do a game in June.
Yeah.
And do a thing that's going to help your organization, and then a partnership should work both ways.
Yeah.
And that's how we've been, quite honestly, been able to be sustainable, and now we're looking to take it to sort of the next level.
Yeah, definitely, because you'll be going into your 7th season, right?
7th season already.
That's exciting.
It's terrifying.
But, like you said, a lot of the time with, smaller clubs like this, it doesn't always sustain and doesn't stick around. But you guys have found something that's working. And I always believe that, you can always improve, right? And I definitely think that forward momentum is always something to strive for. And I feel like every year you guys just kind of do that and you get bigger and better and new things happen. And I think that's probably the way to do it, Yeah,
it's not something that we take for granted at all. We're at a point now where we've actually got two of our original board members are leaving at the end of their term.
Yeah.
Which is it's bad for me.
It's bittersweet, but
but I also want to get to the point here where we have other community members that go, wow, I like what you're doing. What can I do to be involved?
Right.
How can I help? Whether it's being on the board, helping on game day or just helping make a connection and kind of being ambassadors, because
Yeah.
the strength of the club is going to come from all of us.
Right.
Not
right.
just who I know or who other, our inner circle now. I mean, we have
Right.
to expand and use all the resources of DeKalb County to make this the coolest thing in the Midwest,
Right.
at least.
Right.
Right.
And
So-
you guys are all volunteers who do this, right?
Yeah,
like
right.
this is a nonprofit. This isn't a job for anyone. You guys are all volunteers that put this together and work on it. And I'm assuming you guys are always looking for people to step up and help.
Yeah, always looking to make new contacts and connections. I mean, obviously, I've gone through my Rolodex over the last 7 years, and actually, it's been very rewarding because I've made a lot of contacts, a lot
Yeah.
of friends, a lot of networking that's happened
Yeah.
locally. But there's still so much more, and there's so many more people that we could impact in a positive way. And the more people that come be a part of it allows us a greater voice, and we keep growing together.
Yeah, definitely. So if someone's interested in maybe, getting more connected with you guys or partnering with you or volunteering or anything, they can just contact you through the website, right?
Yep, come through the website, dkcunited.com, all the usual Instagram and Facebook and Twitter X and all that stuff too. But yeah, just get through the Facebook or through the website, dkcunited.com. That's the easiest way. Our email's on there, goes to most of the board, and someone will get back with you and just have a conversation.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with over the next couple months in the off season. And, I guess it's forward on to the next season, right?
We just keep rolling forward thanks to the community.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in today, John.
Thanks for having me.
It's 94.9 WDKB.